children. So we are going to start our phonics lesson today with a little bit of revision. That means remembering some things that we've already learned. So let's have a look at some of these sounds, please. What does this sound say that, oops, this sound say that you learnt in reception? E. Well done. It says E. Okay. So when we came into year one, we learnt a different way of spelling the E sound, the E or sound. So the E sound, how else can we spell it? Well done. It is an E and an A together. So the E comes first and then the A is second. Excellent. We learnt another way in year one of spelling the E sound at the end of monkey. Or put your key in the lock. So does anybody remember that? Does any of my gang remember that? Oh, well done. Emily has remembered. It's an E and a Y together. So this also makes the E sound in my monkey stole the key. Okay. We've learnt another way of saying the E sound in year one. That involves a split digraph. Does anybody in my room know how to spell that? Hamish? And another F. Good boy. It is, you're right. It is the E, and then we'll have a sneaky consonant in the middle and another E at the end. So in a word like evening, it would be evening. Okay, and the one that we're going to look at today, we've also learnt in year one, we've learnt so many ways, is this sound. So the Y on its end, on the end of a word, quite often makes an E sound, like mum E, Harry, Lily. But today we're going to learn about another sound that this letter makes on its own. Sometimes on the end of a word it makes an E sound, mum E, dad E, Harry. Sometimes it makes an I sound, and that's what we're going to look at today. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to look at the E sound at the end of the word. We did the I yesterday, didn't we? Yesterday we did the I like my and buy and fly, and today we're going to do the E like, well, let's see. Let's see if we can sound out some of these words. Are you ready, my class, to sound out some of these words? Look on the board then. Okay, so let's sound out together. W, I, N, D, E. Today it was a very windy day. Next one. Okay, so together. Qu, I, k, L, E. Quickly. Okay. Next one, we use this one quite a lot in our writing. V, E, R, E. Very. Miss Fothers was very proud of our science work today, and I was. Here we have an alien. So we know that this is a nonsense word, but let's sound it out. So really, this sound, because it's not a real word, you could say I or you could say E, but today we're going to sound it out with the E sound. Okay, so let's sound it out. P, I, M, E. Pimpy. Pimpy. Definitely a load of old nonsense. Okay, so our next word, let's start at the beginning. H, A, P, E. Happy. And have a look at that sneaky double letter in the middle there. Because the A is making an A sound and not an A sound, so this letter here is making a short sound, we need to have two P's after it. So quite often in a word with a E sound at the end, there will be two consonants just before it making one sound. So we've got H, A, P, E. Happy. Okay, let's have a look. Ooh, this one's, we use this quite a lot in year one. K, L, E, E. Cleverly. Well done, my class. That's excellent. So we did our work very cleverly. She cleverly thought of a good phrase to put in her writing. Well done. Okay, next. Oh, we've got another alien word again. There's our alien. So this is a load of old nonsense, but we will sound it out together with the E sound on the end. So let's sound it out. G, R, I, N, D, L, E. Excellent. Grindley. What does that mean? Load of old nonsense. Grindley. Not a word. And our last word. G, R, O, M, E. Grumpy. Miss Fothers is grumpy if she doesn't get a cup of coffee. Grumpy. Okay, well done. Good sounding out, children. Okay, now you need your whiteboard and your pen, or if you're at home, a piece of paper and a pencil. And I want you to write out some words for me. Your first word using our E sound, spelt with just the Y at the end, making the E sound. Your first word is happy. Happy. And remember, when we sounded it out, it had a sneaky double letter in the middle of it. So let's see. Happy. Have we done that one? Have my gang done that one? Very good. Remember, it has a sneaky double in the middle of it. Happy. Okay. Next one, you write this one quite a lot, so it should be quite easy. Mummy. Mummy. M-U-M-E. This one also has a sneaky double letter in the middle, those two consonants before the E sound. Mum-E. Mummy. Have we all had a go at that? Let me just turn around and check my gang. Yes, they're all on it today. Next one, it's a bit of a longer one, so remember we're going to stretch out those sounds. So it is crunchy. C-R-U-N-C-H-E. C-R-U-N-C-H-E. Crunchy. Crunchy. My apple was very crunchy. How are we doing? Let me see if my gang can do that. Have you done it? Perfect. Well done. Crunchy. Crunch. Crunchy. Okay. And our last word is frilly. Do you remember when we looked on Seesaw for your home learning, we did the Queen's knickers, and some of her Queen's knickers were frilly. F-R-I-L-E, frilly. So we need another double letter in the middle of that word. F-R-I-L-E, frilly. Okay. Let's have a look then and see if you are right. If you get them right, you can give yourself a tick. But if you don't get them right, that's fine. Just fix it, make it right, and we will move on to the next part of our lesson, okay? So it doesn't matter, we're practicing today. Okay, so have a look at the word happy. So we should have H-A-E, happy, happy. Okay? If you got it right, give yourself a tick. If you didn't, it doesn't matter. Just fix it and make sure it is right. H-A-E. You need a long sound button in the middle of that word. Our next word is M-O-M-E. Mummy. Mummy. Okay? If you got it right, give yourself a tick. If you didn't, doesn't matter. Just fix it, make it look right, and then we'll go to this next word. This next word was what? What was the next word? It was crunchy. Well done. K-R-O-N-C-H-E. Crunchy. So look really carefully. If you got it right, give yourself a tick. If you didn't, just fix the parts that you got wrong so it looks right. Okay? And our last word, we were talking about the Queen's frilly knickers, e, e. So we have that long sound button again because it's after the short vowel. So we have 2 L's after the I sound to make frilly. If you got it right, give yourself a tick. If you didn't, just fix it so it looks right now. Okay, happy, mummy, crunchy, and frilly. Okay, excellent. Right, you will need to rub your board clean because we're going to write a sentence now. Okay, so rub your board clean or just get the next space on your piece of paper if you're watching at home. And the sentence is, Harry said it was very funny. So Harry said, which is one of our key words. Remember how to spell it. It's not a sounding out word. Harry said it was very funny. So let's count how many. Harry said it was very funny. So that is 6 words in that sentence. Let's count them again. Harry said it was very funny. Okay, 6 words. Remember that you need a capital letter for a name. We've been looking at proper nouns this week. Names are proper nouns. Harry said it was very funny. And you will remember from yesterday that was, the O sound after the W is not spelt with an O. It's spelt with something else that we looked at yesterday. Harry said it was very funny. Okay, how are we doing? Let me just check with my gang to see if they've finished. Have we done yet? Harry said it was very funny. Are we nearly there? Excellent. I think my gang have nearly finished. I'm hoping that the indigo and the cornflower and the blush groups have nearly finished. And I hope that you at home have nearly finished. Okay, so let's have a look at our sentence. Ooh. Okay, so I have underlined this word here because that is not a sounding out word. It's one of our keywords. We just have to learn how to write it. So let's have a look. Our first word of the sentence, well, always needs a capital letter, but when it's somebody's name, we definitely need a capital letter. So Harry, it's got 2 R's in it, said it was very funny. Let's put those sound buttons on. So, H-A-R-E, Harry said it was E-R-E-F-U-N-E. Let me just hold that a little bit closer so that you can see it. So, oops, Harry said it was very funny. Harry said it was very funny. It doesn't matter if you didn't get it right, but just look carefully at what you've written and see if you can fix it. If you got it right, give yourself a tick, or fix it if you got some little things wrong, so that we can look carefully. So both of the, this word here, funny, and this word here, Harry, have the double letter before the E sound. Harry said it was very funny. Okay, how did you do, guys? How did my gang do? Oh, excellent. Well done. Hard work. I hope you have had a good phonics lesson. I'll ask your teachers later, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye. Okay.